All right, Dave Blaze, look how serious I am. Very serious, ready for a serious show.
Well, because you're going to listen to me rant for a few minutes. I have to say hello to Daniel and William and the others streaming in. So, in the last, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, hi, Donna. I spent writing up an update on the Clinton testimony that happened today in Chappaquiddick. Okay. So, not Chappaquiddick. Where do they live?
I know, New York, whatever.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everyone gets
so
it. Okay. Good.
During her testimony in the oversight committee, as if they were all working together. Get a load of this. That idiotic Lauren Boebert takes a picture on her phone on a phone of Hillary testifying, sends the picture to some idiot in the conservative social media, whatever, and the dope posts the picture online. This is all for clicks and views, right? Post the picture online. Of course, Hillary's team sees the picture online and she walks out of the deposition, right? She walks out of the deposition. It's almost as if they were working with, you understand what I'm saying? They're working with the Democrats. That's why we keep saying these MAGA influences, they're not with Trump. They're with the Democrats. They're trying to get the Democrats elected.
Okay. Big story today because she is doing. Did she have to go back to testimony?
Gloria.
Okay. Did she go back into testimony or no?
Ultimately, yes. They worked out something and she came back. But my point is, these people that get elected to they don't know anything. It's like these MAGA idiots that want to be governor, right? They've never held a public office. They don't know anything about how the levers and machinations of government work, but they want to be the governor, right? They don't know anything. These are boobs.
Okay.
Then they get elected into office and they don't know anything. They don't know what they're doing. So what happens is, who do you think guides them? The lobbyists and all of those people. It's such a mess.
Let's do this, Dave. It was going to be the second story, but let's just hit that now. We'll switch 2 and 1.
I mean, how could you botch? How could they botch this? This is how I'm so ticked off. I saw this and started digging into it. It's unbelievable.
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let's get into the dispatch. This was going to be the second story, but we already opened with it. So here we go. All right, guys, we put this on the dispatch this morning, and the difference is between all this stuff going on, we are putting updates. Dave Blaze, the updates go onto Facebook. This is talking about Hillary. You put that on there. How many views? I mean, just on Facebook, how many views was it last time you checked?
Last time I checked, there was almost 75,000 views.
Okay.
On that update.
Okay. All right. Let me explain everything and also for TikTok and everyone out there. So when we put out the dispatch, sometimes it's news from other sources, Fox News, Washington Examiner, and sometimes it's our research and so forth. This has been big, this Hillary Clinton updates that we've been doing all week, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Dave, if I can play the video first, because this is what Hillary has said about this, and then I have a point for you. Okay, here we go, guys.
Why did they want to pull us into this? To divert attention from President Trump.
But in the end, they agreed.
We have no links. We have a very clear record that we've been willing to talk about, which my husband has said. He took some rides on the airplane for his charitable work.
The Clintons have long denied they knew of any criminal conduct by Epstein or his associate, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Okay, now, when you do a deposition, the whole thing about it is they ask questions from the Republicans, then the Democrats ask questions. However, because the Republicans have the majority, they own the gavel, so to speak. They control the time frame, correct,
right.
Dave?
Right. Right.
Okay.
The thing that makes me nervous about this is, don't forget, Representative Comer was also the chairman of the Oversight Committee in that whole brouhaha with Hunter Biden, and we've got him, and we've got these checks, and they sign these checks, and there's payments being made and payments coming in, and we're tracing the money. Nothing. All gone. But what dragging former President Clinton in, after I watched Comer on Mornings with Maria Bartiromo, which happens to be the best morning show out there. Anyway, so he gets on there, and the first words out of his mouth are, "Now, we are not accusing the Clintons of any wrongdoing." First thing he says.
Oh, I know.
Then he spins into his nonsense. All right. So if they drag former President Clinton in, they have nothing on him. They have no evidence. All they want to do is for the spotlight to question him about Epstein and the girls on the plane and all this, but they have no actual hard evidence. What that opens the door for is, if in 2028 the Republican, like a JD Vance or a Marco Rubio, doesn't win the White House, they are going to drag Trump in front of those committees. That's the door that's being opened here. And these Republicans are so dumb. They're beyond dumb.
Right, because the precedent is set. There's nothing there on it. Now, I won't say we're hoping for this, because that's not what it is. But when you go into deposition, if you make an error in it, that's why they have lawyers there. It goes into perjury. So,
right.
I mean, with Hillary, she said that she never even met Epstein. But with President Clinton, he has.
Right.
So is it a big fishing expedition?
Well, I don't know. Did she say she's never met him? I don't think she said that.
Okay, I'm not sure on that, so I got to clarify. But I think she did.
No, she didn't say I've never met him. She said, I have no knowledge of this, that, or the other. I was never on his plane. I was never on the island. All of that. That's what she said. Right.
Okay.
And for sure, if she's saying that, she knows there's no available proof out there that they can bring forward.
Okay. Now, Dave, when I say these people, I'm talking about Hillary and President Clinton. When they go there, they're heavily armed with attorneys, correct? Because I even heard, I don't know if it's the case, which it should be, they even rehearsed just like they would in a deposition. They rehearsed the night before.
Yeah, like they do the debates. They have mock trials, of course.
Okay. All right. Okay, really quick, and I just want to let everyone know, because this one is unusual for you guys. If you go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the Dispatch, we only posted, I believe, is it only on Facebook that we put the link on it, correct?
Yeah, what we're doing is we're all of the posts are being made native to Facebook. And then if they're shared on X or Truth Social or elsewhere, they are linked back to the native Facebook posts. Okay.
Once again, guys, the post this morning, this is not included in the Dispatch, just that post, 75,000, correct?
Yeah. And that was the one that we put up this morning, the update. I just put up a new one here talking about Bober taking the picture and all of that nonsense.
Okay. Yeah, and a reminder for everybody, we did this in the past 28 days. This was from a few days ago. We had 2.5 million Facebook views. So this is very, very important with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Joyce and see, right, and you're 100% correct on this. The problem is, are the Republicans up to the mental level of the Clintons? And that therein lies the rub. Okay, so you guys remember what Donald Trump said about Hillary. He said that, okay, I'm just going to paraphrase. Yeah. AOC is stupid. Newsom is stupid. He goes, Hillary is not stupid. She just has Trump derangement syndrome. Right. Guys, when it comes to these people, these are very, very
wily, savvy, smart people.
They're wily.
Yeah. All right. Wow.
That's true. That's true. So
Okay.
let's see how it goes.
All right. Dave, let's go on to what was the lead story, which is interesting. We could talk about this because one of the members was exactly who Trump was talking about. Here we go. Dave Blaze, the lead story was Trump calls for deranged, oh boy, Rashida Tlaib. Oh my goodness. I should have.
Rashida Tlaib.
Okay.
Tlaib.
Okay.
And Ilhan Omar to be institutionalized after State of the Union. he's a mess.
All right. What I wanted to tell everyone, and by the way, is really great. We got looks like a record people here watching. This is part of, these are the squad, and they're the far left faction of the Democrat Party. They actually were made famous, I think, 6 years ago, where they went against Pelosi because Pelosi, as lefty as she is more like, hey,
she is actually more of a centrist Democrat than this crowd.
Right. And but not the problem is these ones get a lot of attention because they're just like, they're ultra lefties. We have them on the right, so to speak, as well.
Yes.
With former Marjorie Taylor Greene, the former Congresswoman, like just basically always out there making noise that way. All right. Let me, Dave, let me show you who, for those of you who don't know, here's the squad. There's 4 of them. Yeah, this is from a while back ago, but so you're familiar because they're back in the news. Here we go.
The recent tweets and words from the president are simply a continuation of his racist and xenophobic playbook.
This is the agenda of white nationalists.
This is a disruptive distraction from the issues of care, concern, and consequence to the American people.
He does not know how to defend his policies. So what he does is attack us.
Dave, do you think they get jealous of AOC before? Like you're like,
now, listen, now I am not going to repeat what I said to you off air. So don't try and goad me into that. But here's the thing that many people don't realize. All right, like take Ilhan Omar in her district, right? Now her district is predominantly white. And many people don't realize that. They think it's all Somalis voting her in, but that's not the case, right? So these are individuals that are appreciated by the district that they're representing, which frankly, that's the way it should be, right? Our representatives should represent us, our whatever the community is that we've voted them up to Congress for. And not be, oh, we got to stand for the party and we have to stand for this. We have to, no, man, you're supposed to be representing us. We sent you to Washington. That kind
really quick, we talked about this earlier, but my former district in Myrtle Beach was Congressman Tom Rice, who basically was so powerful, he was on the Ways and Means Committee. And of course, he had a little brouhaha with Trump. Trump didn't like him and he primaried him. But there was a lot of people in Myrtle Beach that we love Trump. We'll always appreciate him, but that's our guy. He's basically bringing in the dough, the federal money into our place.
Well, it's the same thing with Lindsey Graham in South Carolina. Lindsey brings in tons of money into that state. That's why they're never going to vote him out. He's representing the state as he should. Right. So whether you like him, you don't like him, whatever it is. Now, on top of that, he does vote like 99 and 100% of the time with President Trump. But they're not going to vote him out of South Carolina.
Right. So, there's a squad. Follow them. Know that they're back in the news and they're making waves. They're actually being very vocal out there. Dave Blaze, if you don't mind,
Jamie. Now, hold on a second. I have to address Jamie's comment here. Now, Jamie, yes, Sandy Cortez was a bartender, but don't hold it against her. I mean, Gene used to shovel manure onto pickup trucks, so you can't look. Gene's idea of a good time in the past was sitting on the tailgate of a truck with a beer and his dog. He still had some manure on the wife beater t-shirt. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Okay. Look at
kidding.
that. All
He
right.
never had a dog.
All right, Dave, let me put myself on mute for you, and I wanted to say hello to my friends for just a few minutes. Your friends too.
Thank you. See, hey,
All
you're
right.
getting the hang of it. You're getting the hang of it. All right. Let's see. Well, all right, guys. Hold on. I gotta say hello to the peeps here. Daniel. All right. Daniel, it's always great to see you. William, same. Donna, you got to give me a snow report. Donna's up in the frozen tundra. Phil, always great to see you, buddy. Tracy, you know we love you. Stella, wonderful. All right. Aaron's here. Great. Gloria, all right. Terrific. Let's see who we got. We got Mike's Life 369. Holy TDS. Yeah. Tracy, yeah, you're right. It was I personally, after learning of the situation, believe it was all a setup to disrupt the testimony and give Hillary an excuse to get out of it. All right, let's see who else we got. Dylan. All right. Is Clinton sweating? I don't think so. Not at this moment. She's not sweating at all. Let's see. She's home testifying. Yes. I know. All right. Jamie. All right. We got Jamie's here. This is terrific. Joyce Ann, of course. Jeanette. All right. Lock that witch up. Larry's supposed to be on TikTok. I thought you were on Hefner rest. Larry walks around. Seriously, he ran out and he bought a red robe with gold trim. Walks around with little apple juice with ice in a tumbler glass, like he's drinking scotch. He's crazy. Debbie. All right, Debbie. It's good to see you here. Hold on, Gene. We got the crew is here. We have to acknowledge people. All right. If there's anybody I'm missing, don't get mad at me. Diane D. Rodriguez. All right. Let's see who else.
All right.
Leanne McLaughlin. Oh, beautiful. McLaughlin Cassano. McLaughlin. Scottish with an Italian. Is that an Italian last name? Hi from New Jersey. Yeah, that's okay. Very good. Mary Monte. Wait a second. Man alive. You got somewhere to go?
I got a commercial to go.
All right, we'll run it. Teresa's here. Yeah. We got our people. All right. If I missed anybody, it's because Gene is rushing.
All right.
Let's go.
I got to tell everybody how to get the dispatch because it's free. All right. So commercial. Here we go. Hey friends, I want to tell you about the dispatch. Some of you guys already know about this, but you're going to love it. Basically, every weekday morning, you get emailed to you the day's leading stories, curated personally by me, Dave Blaze, and the rest of the George Magazine team. Very simply, it goes into your email. You can browse them very quickly, find out the day's top story so you can get on with your day. So go to georgemagazine.com. You'll see there the dispatch link in the menu. Sign up, and then every weekday morning before 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, you get this email in your inbox, and you can read it, know what's relevant for today, and get started with your day. All right, Dave Blaze, thank you. She's supposed to be on my side. She's supposed to be on my side. All right, Dave, let's just move on to the next thing on which talks about the 250. Here we go. All right, Dave Blaze, as you know, I thought that I was going to get it today, but you said that they're coming in tomorrow. America.
Yes, and it's in the hands of UPS, and this is what we go through. We get notifications that magazines like these books, they're on the way. Great.
You know what? It sounds crazy. Today's Thursday, so we have another show. I don't know why I thought it was Friday. All right. Either way, I'm having a great time. One thing I wanted to show everyone, and the reason why I'm bringing this out, if you remember yesterday, or the day before, we showed the hockey team going to the Oval Office.
Yeah.
The guy takes off his gold medal. Trump's joking around, says, I'm going to keep it. And then the guy goes, I'll trade you for a pen. Now, that's a thing. Whenever you're in the Oval Office and he's signing some papers, he'll sign them with different pens and then give them away as souvenirs for people.
Right.
I say this because in the book, in this document that Trump was signing, that pen that he used, I requested it and I got that pen. This was before he was president. And so it's just interesting that you'll have that, that's a real thing. People get the pen of the president of the United States. So very interesting.
Yeah. And they're, you know.
Yeah. They're worth something. And, you know, these are the things that with the president, like he has a box of pens and he signs it and he gives it to the people, especially if they were involved with a bill that he is now signing. It's very neat. It's historic.
And frankly, this, you're not going to find this on eBay or some other shanty website. These pens, if anybody has them and then auctions them off, they'll be at Christie's or Sotheby's.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Okay, Dave, this one is we talked a lot about this, me and you personally, because again, not only do you follow us for example, Project LookingGlass.org, but also we give you what's really going on behind the scenes, and that's the true reason why part of you guys follow us. Is not this fake intel that you see online. Oh, I got intel. How many times, Dave, did you hear?
Dude, I saw a guy today. Yeah. I saw a guy today. He just posted a new video, and he's like, "I'm proud to be an American again." Right? He's hiding in Thailand. He's out in Thailand. Well, wait, and he's posting videos telling you about being a proud American. Yeah. I don't get this. Who are these people?
Right, and just to draw a sharp distinction, you want that, you go to projectlookingglass.org and you can see what we do. But generally speaking, what we're doing is we're presenting you the news and then we are telling you what's behind it. Okay, so here we go. Let's do this one. This is the one with Kash Patel. Here we go. All right, Dave, this is the reason in part why you want to have the Dispatch and see this. I'll read the title here. FBI subpoenaed Kash Patel and Susie Wiles' phone records in the federal Trump investigation. Of course, this is a while back ago. So that's what's going on. I think let me do the video first, and then we talk about it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
30-second video. Here we go.
In 2023, the FBI recorded a call between Wiles and her attorney. Officials say the lawyer consented to the recording, but Wiles herself was not aware at the time. Questions now swirl over whether either Patel or Wiles were themselves targets of investigation, or merely figures whose communications were deemed relevant to a broader probe.
Okay, so Dave Blaze, again, we have the news here, but what is the genius of what's going on here? Why is it in the news? What's going on? What's behind the scenes? You want to take first stab at it?
Yeah. So this was all done during the Jack Smith investigation
of Trump. Right. Correct. Okay.
So, but now the surprising, well, it's not really surprising, but what the turn of events is that now Kash Patel is director of the FBI, Susie Wiles is chief of staff, and all of that information, and Pam Bondi is the attorney general. So all of that information that Jack Smith put together and so on from various sources, not just Kash and Susie Wiles and so, but from a wide-reaching amount of sources, that is all now under Pam Bondi's purview and Kash Patel's. And what's happening is I already heard several or numerous FBI agents who were involved in that have been fired.
Right. And sometimes they do this several reasons. And it could go the opposite way, because if there are a group of people, and maybe they were on what's called a fishing expedition. Yeah. But on Trump's side, if there's a group of people that are in communication to attack Donald Trump as first we're going to do this, and then you're going to have this, and then this. That's conspiracy. That becomes a crime within itself.
Right.
With what it is.
Right. So there's a lot of information out there, and you're going to see some of these, you might even see some of these network podcasters and posters on X and so forth talking, like saying that, oh, they want my phone records, or they want this, or they want that. You'll see they're being brought in, but it's not by Jack Smith. Now it's by Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. So it's a whole different thing.
It has all flipped the other way. And truthfully, I mean, they had all this stuff. They didn't have any, evidently, they didn't have any dirt or whatever they were looking for. But isn't this strange? This is now those two people are one of the top, most powerful people in the whole country, FBI director and the chief of staff.
Yep.
So it's very interesting.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That's why we keep saying how important the midterms are. Right. So if anybody's out there telling you, oh, I'm not voting, I'm so sick of this and I'm sick of that, don't listen to them. It's all a big distraction. If they try and resurrect all of the old stories from 2017 and 18, don't pay attention. It's all a distraction to get you away from focusing on how you're going to spread the message or vote in the 2026 midterms. That's what's going to be important, because if the Republicans don't keep the House and the Senate and so on, the whole agenda stalls.
Right. Exactly. And this is great. I should say, yes, it is great, but is not funny great. This next story lends itself to this because, again, one of the main things that you'll see with the MAGA podcasters on X is this phrase: there's nothing going on. Kash Patel is doing nothing. But here's another example of what he's doing.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay, here we go, guys. This story is important. Here we go. Dave Blaze, normally we leave the last segment for something lighthearted, but this is not lighthearted. This is very chock full of information today.
Yeah,
I get it. The name is funny. The Squatty Potty millionaire founder, he's charged in a federal child porn case. Keep in mind, that means FBI. So we're talking about all these people on X that say there's nothing going on, where save the children, yet you have all these people as their main thing, where they're screaming, save the children, when it's right underneath their nose. Oh, that it is excused. Okay.
We have not seen one of them post about that story. And that's a big deal, because this guy who was making little potties for toddlers.
I think it's for adults too. Not that I have one. I'm not joking. I mean, it's for adults too, whatever. It's just a funny name with this.
Really? Because it looks in the picture like he's sitting on the floor.
I don't want to go through the you want to watch the video to see?
Yeah, we better.
All right. So we're doing education on Squatty Potty. Okay, here we go.
Creator of the Squatty Potty, a Utah-based company featured on Shark Tank, has been indicted for allegedly buying footage showing child sex abuse. Records claim Robert Edwards was in a group chat beginning in 2021 where members shared graphic files of kids. Edwards is accused of buying some of that material several times using his PayPal account last May. He has a detention hearing scheduled next Monday in St. George.
All right, whatever that thing is. I don't
well,
have one.
I think in the article it talks about something for toddlers, because I know I saw it. What they have there, that's that thing where you put your feet on it and it lifts your knees up.
All right.
I don't know.
Whatever. Okay. My point with this, okay, is I did a show about this, Heroes and Wolves. This movement, much of MAGA, was based upon save the children and all this. But when it's right under someone's nose, okay, it's like, oh, we don't know what's going on. It's all excused. Around, FBI director Kash Patel's doing the job. We did other shows where other industries, quote unquote, the evil Hollywood industry, quote unquote, the evil banking industry, Harvard, all these so-called in MAGA land or whatever, evil industries, they all police their own.
Right. And you see it. They're resigning. They're getting out. They know that they're maybe prosecution is along the way. But this very story right here, where the guy was purchasing, which is astounding to me, buying child pornography, you're not going to find a story on X. None of these people are going to post on it because there's no money in it. You see, there is no money for them in saying that Kash Patel and the FBI are on top of these things. They have to always make it like nothing is happening and we're going to help, and send me $35, $50, $100 so we can keep fighting for the children. Fight for the children. That's what it's all about. That's why you're not going to see this story anywhere else. If you're hearing it here, of course,
right?
But you're not going to find it.
Right. All right.
It really is sad.
Well,
really is sad.
I know. And again, you have this story here. This is a federal case. I mean, people are doing things out there.
Yes.
And there's another group of people that constantly says, "Oh, well, what about this or whatever?" How come you're not out there telling what's going on, what's good is going on?
Yeah.
All right.
And one more point, Gene, is that then you have this other group of influencers or whatever, and they're more in the leadership position, who are always putting forward that no, we tell people they got to get involved, they got to get out there, they got to get involved. Well, guess what? Regular people have jobs. They got to go to work. They got to pay the rent. They got to pay the bills. They got a family. They got to feed them. As many times, the husband and wife are both working. The way they get involved is with their vote. So the same knuckleheads that tell people, "Oh no, we're telling people to get out there and they got to go to meetings and they got to meet with this and meet with that and run for office and all of this stuff," in the same breath, they put down the fact that they should vote. Right. It's like, oh, well, we're not going to be able to vote our way out of this.
Right. It's under the guise of disgust. That's what it is. Oh, right. There's nothing going on. Well, the Epstein thing's been out for the longest time. With whatever it is, other industries are canceling their own guys because they see what the email says. But you don't see that with the MAGA podcasters, or some of them good. They hide the fact, or they make excuses. Anyway, all right, you gotta get me going. All right.
Well, that's the whole thing, because it's all about, oh, we got to fight for the children, so on. But if they can't make a buck off of it, they're not going to talk about it.
Yeah. All right. Dave Blaze, thank you so much. I got for the TikTok crew. I actually was saying, oh, I'll see you this weekend. I forgot tomorrow's Friday, so we still got plenty of stuff to do.
We have a Joyce Ann, you can message me or Gene directly about these questions.
Okay. All right.
That'd be good.
Guys, thank you so much, guys. We will see you guys tomorrow. Please go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the Dispatch. And also, if you can help us, it's brand new. Go to YouTube, search The American Pulse Podcast.
Wait a minute. I got one more thing. Not like Tim Cook, but just one more thing. All of our updates, whether it's silver updates or the copper updates, the metals and all, we have no gold and silver sponsor. We don't have anybody that's going to contact you and tell you to sell off your IRA or your retirement fund and buy gold. That's not why we're doing it. We're doing it because there's so much mis and disinformation being put out that we just felt the need, like, hey, our people need solid information, solid updates on what's going on, so you can use that information and make better decisions.
Because we don't have skin in the game when it comes to that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, thank you so much. You're watching the American Pulse Podcast live, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to go to georgemagazine.com and sign up for the Dispatch. It's free. Get the emails and the news stories. And check us out Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you then.